All right, let's see what we got. I guess we clocked in. Hey, what's going on, party people? Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. It's definitely a great pleasure to have you here. I go by the name of Lespri. You know, we play dumb, but we never been a fool. We are as wise as a serpent and as a wolf, as cunning as a fox, as bold as a lion, and we have the sight of a dog, baby. I'm doing too much, but all I'm saying, truly, I'm excited to be here. So welcome, welcome. I am a spiritual healer, and technically, what I do as a spiritual healer is that I help you to become Christ-like, Krishna-like, Buddha-like, and what all of these things represents pretty much, it's you attaining your highest level of consciousness. That's simply what that is. You having the deepest understanding of who you are. But now, for you to do that, for you to attain that state of clarity or the highest state of clarity, now you need to become mentally and emotionally balanced. And the reason for that is, as we all know, if you are being too emotional, you've seen people, you have experienced people who've been very emotional, and as a result, they become delusional because they're not emotionally available, or, I mean, they're not emotionally available, but most importantly, they're not in control of their own emotions. That's when you realize, I'll give you a perfect example. If you're mad, you're not going to make your best decision by being mad. That's why it's always best for you to come down, look at the bigger picture, look at it from different angles, and not a shit. People, even people who are in love, you already know, or being too emotional, you do certain things and you don't see the full picture. Now, most people, because of that, they say to themselves, you know what? Maybe I should just suppress my emotions and let me just so me- meaning they're thinking they're being smarter, they're becoming more intellect. Well, it's the same baseline understanding, because the minute you become that, now you become very rigid, very robotic. And as a result, you don't see the full picture, because you need to have, in fact, when you suppress your emotions, that's the very essence or foundation for toxicity, to become toxic. So, what you truly need, that's why it's important for you to be in touch with your emotions, because your emotions also add some, expand your level of sight. Because when you're being too rigid, you become one sided. Now you don't see the full picture. How can you attain that highest level of consciousness or clarity that would lead you, to attain that highest level of consciousness? It's not going to happen. You see what I'm saying? So as a result, I also help you to become mentally and emotionally balanced. Now, when we're talking about being emotionally balanced, what we're talking about here, it's you being in tune and in touch with your emotions, meaning you understand how you feel and the reason why you feel this way. And as a result, if there's any emotional blockages, now you have the ability to remove them. Now, when if you understand this, so it's pretty much the same baseline understanding when we're talking about being mentally balanced. Because what you're also doing by becoming mentally balanced, now you need to understand how your mind works. What's your mind? You need to understand how your minds work, but also how is your mind being shaped? Because everything you come in contact with, you're actually having a relationship with it. Like you have a relationship at your school, you have a relationship at your work. You have many, many different relationships. So it's important for you to understand how you are being shaped by these things. Otherwise, how do you become mentally balanced if you're not in control of your own mind? It wouldn't make sense. By the way, where are my manners? Happy holidays, everybody. Happy belated, merry belated Christmas, and happy early New Year. I'll definitely talk to you guys then. But anyway, don't worry about it. I got you. I got you. So yeah. So in a nutshell, in essence, It's important for you to become mentally and emotionally balanced. Your culture, I forgot to mention that, has an impact with your emotions, I mean, with your intellect and how you see things. That's why it's important for you to understand this thing for you to become mentally balanced, truly mentally balanced. Not repeating other people's shit or just following a certain shit. And then now you're saying to yourself, you become this mental balance shit. Nah, that's not the way it works. But anyway, so again, as I was saying before, it's pretty much the same baseline understanding. And what that entails pretty much is you being in touch with either your emotions and in tune with that, and also your intellect. And that's the whole aspect of you becoming more conscious. Now you waking up to your emotions and your intellect. And that's how the idea of the yin and the yin, or for you to become whole or become the perfect man as your father in heaven is, it's not we're talking about being flawless or sinning here. That's not what this is talking about. In fact, the very reality that you in, that's why it makes improvement, right? Because you have to fall for you to get better. So the idea of being flawless does not apply in this world, because that's why you'll see guys like Kobe Bryant who used to say practice, practice, practice. Now I don't. Now he wasn't talking about that was Allen Iverson, but all I'm saying is he's telling you, you know what I'm saying, the ethics, you got to have it. That's how you get better. You know what I'm saying, by practicing and sharpening up yourself. That's truly what you're doing. But anyway, so it's not the guy, I can't recall his name, but who invented, was it the light bulb or whatever, or electricity, whatever the fuck. And then he did say, I didn't make any mistakes. He said, yo, how many, times did it take you for you to actually, he said 300 and something, whatever the fuck. The bottom line was he truly understood the reality that he was living in. For a lot of us, even if you go to the gym, whatever the fuck you do, your diet, whatever the fuck, you gotta be repetitive. That's how you get better. And along the way, by being repetitive, guess what you're doing? You're falling and you're learning how to get up. So you mastering it. But anyway, um, essentially, for you to attain your highest level of consciousness, it's a must that you become mentally and emotionally balanced. Now, if you're coming back, you already know it's nothing but love on this side, baby. So it's a great pleasure to have you here. Come back, you know what I'm saying? Those of you who came back for the wrong reason, you're a fan, you're a fan, you're a fan. But anyway, um, so as part of my routine, guys, I always like to take the time and talk a little bit about spirituality. And the reason being is, first of all, it allows me to be as transparent as I can be with you. It's also showing you my makeup and how good, how I got to be, how I got this way, and what I'm saying by this way, how I got my looks from. I'm so beautiful, baby. You know what I'm saying? But all of that entails, I mean, the very foundation of that is spirituality. So I love to talk about spirituality, and the reason being is because a lot of people have a lot of misunderstanding when it comes to what spirituality is. You know what I'm saying? Most of us, due to ignorance, we always look at spirituality as something that's being outside of us. No wonder why they selling you a dream, whatever the fuck you're looking to escape this world, because you don't understand that spirituality is you, pretty much. I mean, not the only reason why you don't understand spirituality, but because you don't know who you are. And spirituality, simply put, is you. It tells your story. It's being said in different cultures, in many different languages, throughout different mythology. But ultimately, what this is referring to, it's you, how you operate, how you work. And if you have any type of, a deeper understanding about you, then you understand, oh, I'm getting ahead of myself here. So the occult now, or what you call esoteric knowledge, or some sort of hermetic. You're always going to see this when it comes to these sacred knowledge or this hidden knowledge. What this is referring to, it's not something that's being kept away from you, like you can't have access to it. That's not what it is. What that is the type of information that you got to go beyond what you see. It's not a face. I mean, it's not. You can't take it for face. I mean, for just for the sake of it. You can't look at it, for a face value. You have to dig a little more into it. Then now you have the occult that is providing you with that type of knowledge. That's what when we say out of the darkness comes the light. What this is referring to is out as you delve more into the part of you that is not visible, and that's what we meant by hidden. Not hidden in a way that is being kept away from you, but this type of knowledge you got to look deeper into it. It's esoteric, a profound or more of an internal meaning to it, and this is who you are. So some of the basic shit that, let's just say, the occult will teach you is that you have a subconscious mind. What this is referring to, we all know we have a mind, you could say is over here, whatever the fuck, or a brain and then a mind. But what this is referring to is like something that is a little bit deeper and more subtle than what you call your conscious mind. But that is truly your conscious mind. And when you start to understand these things, then you understand it's the things that you don't see or that are hidden, for lack of better terms, that are truly ruling your world. Can you show me your mind? I mean, I'm not even going to ask you to show me your subconscious mind, but I'm just saying that to say, it's always the things that, that's why you need to delve more into you. The whole aspect of, let's just say, the and those hidden knowledge or those sacred knowledge is to help you in out of the darkness comes the light, meaning out of that non-visible aspect of you. As you delve into it, that's when now you get more understanding about you. And that's what the occult is dealing with. That's why this is an esoteric knowledge. It cannot be taken for face value. And that's what it means. That's what it is. So now, when you put those two together, ultimately, it's talking about you. You taking the shit, you doing whatever the fuck, you being a fucking ass.